Lovers as a background
Yes.
group, right?
Danny and the Juniors, we did. Well, the Four Lovers at that time, it was really revamped. And there were, Bob Gaudio was new in the group, and Nick Massey was new.
Because already you've been through umpteen personnel changes. I
Yes.
mean, the Four Seasons are impossible to keep track of because of all the people who've come and gone. But at that time, you got a fairly settled lineup, right?
Yes.
59, 60. First record you did with Bob Crew, was it Bermuda?
Yes, it was Bermuda. It was, in fact, it was for, I'll give you a little history on something that most people are really not aware of. The man who had the record company that we recorded that for at the time was a man named George Goldner, who was an innovator as far as rock and roll music was concerned and R&B music was concerned. He had Frankie Lyman and Louis Lyman, and he had the Flamingos, and oh God, he had all of the black groups that were really, you know, sensational. Tommy Hunt. He is no longer with us. He passed on a few years back, but his son-in-law is a man who is very active in our business today, probably one of the most brilliant producers of all time, a man named Richard Perry. Is George Goldner's son-in-law. It's really wild.
Okay, Bermuda, here it comes. Bermuda. So now it's the Four Seasons, and it's Tommy DeVito, Nick Massey, Bob Gaudio, and Frankie Valli, and we're into the 60s, yes?
That's just about the way it is.
Then, it really took off.
That was
Yes?
1962.
Then it really took off. The record, Sherry, I believe, was first going to be called Jackie. Yeah.
It was going to be called, well, there's a little more history to that. Bob Crew was working for a record company called Perry Records. And the record was originally written to be Sherry. But the man who owned Perry Records named the company after his daughter, whose name was Perry. And we almost changed Sherry to Perry. Then that whole thing fell apart, so we ended up selling the master to VJ Records and left it at Sherry.
You got to hear it again, I'm afraid. It's all right?
I don't mind hearing this one.
Explain that version of Sherry was Joey Reynolds' signature. Joey Reynolds was a disc jockey in WKBW in Buffalo, New York, which I used to listen to. I used to hear that.
Probably one of the biggest disc jockeys in America.
And really outrageous,
Yes.
right? He's working for 20th Century Records now. He's working for.
Insane.
Absolutely lunatic. He did his whole show from a shower once. I remember hearing the whole 3 hours he was standing in the shower.
I can tell you a better story than that. When Sherry was released, Joey Reynolds was working in Hartford, Connecticut at WPOP. And he liked the record so much, he locked the studio and played it for 1 hour straight.
I never done that.
And lost his job.
But sold a lot of records. 9 minutes to 4. My guest is Frankie Valli. You do a couple of medleys actually on stage, as I remember last night.
Yes, we do a medley of, let's see, Sherry, Walk Like a Man, Big Girls Don't Cry, and Bye Bye Baby. We do another one of Save It For Me, Ragdoll, and Dawn.
Yeah. I've put together a little medley, actually, so we don't have to play every oldie. We'll play as many as we have time for. Go.
Other people, especially since they have the kind of influence they have, where they can get production deals from record companies very easily. And there are a lot of people out there that I would like to help.
But you and Bob Gaudios actually own Four Seasons Inc., or whatever it is, right?
Yes.
So, and all those old records, you own them outright, absolutely, and do what you like with them, yeah?
Except that in the very near future, and there's a very, very good possibility that before September, the Four Seasons and myself will do a live album of our past.
The farewell.
Yeah, and I'm talking about a completely new kind of an album with a new approach. The arrangements will be redone. There will be a lot of participation on the part of the new Four Seasons, vocally for some leads and whatever. So I'm really very, very excited about it.
Tell me, Gerry, what's it going to feel like this first time that you actually go out without this guy?
It's going to have my telephone.
Yeah, that's right. As soon as there's a problem, I make a quick call.
Have you thought about that day?
Well, what's happening now is that we're promoting our latest album, which is the Helicon album, and we've got some very, very good reaction from it. And so it's not a question of being afraid to go out, as long as the people realize what they're getting. If they know that Frankie's not going to be there, and if they know that we're going to do material that we do by ourselves, it's there's less of a chance of getting any repercussions from Frankie not being there. We're all very excited about it. This situation has come about over the past 4 years. I've been a Four Season for the last 4 years, doing Four Season material and watching the thing grow and evolve into like as Frankie said, into a situation where other people are singing leads and the instrumentalists are much more featured. Such in the Helicon album, there's that's much more prevalent I think in any other thing that has been recorded by the Four Seasons. I'll be careful. But we're not afraid of it. I mean, because we believe in what we're doing, and we believe in the material, and like I said, a lot of help from Bobby and Frank that has helped us along a great deal.
I think there really is more emphasis on the fact that the Four Seasons will be going out without me, and what's going to happen then is really necessary. You know, if we could have done this a whole other way too. Could have taken the same four guys, created a new name, and a lot of.
But it wouldn't be
that's very true, because it's an outgrowth.
But
of
sometimes I
things
wonder,
that have gone down. It's definitely evolution.
The toughest hurdle to get over was the fact that we used the name The Four Seasons. I mean, that already was tough. To establish a situation or establish a success with anybody singing lead in the Four Seasons, besides me, was already a difficult thing.
The toughest hurdle is going to be the first concert where it's the Four Seasons and they all come and they think that you're going to walk out there. And you
well,
don't.
if they know in advance that I'm not going to walk out there and it's advertised right and there's no misconception, I think they will really be very pleased at what they hear and what they see. Now, I'm very, very close to this situation, probably closer than anybody, and I have more feeling for it than anybody, and I'm more honest about it than most anybody else would be, because it's something that I'm a part of. I've watched it grow. It's like sending your children out into the world. It's the same thing. Men speak with fork and
Knife
tongue.
and fork tongue. Helicon in the dictionary, the word Helicon is a sacred mountain. of some sort.
Well, not in the dictionary, it's not. In the dictionary, helicon is a
Small circular
tuba. You
Really?
know,
My dictionary out there says it's a sacred mountain. What is it supposed to be?
Well,
This
it's,
weird diagram on the inside.
It is in Greek mythology, there was a mountain called Mount Helicon, where the muses came from, and all of the arts derived or creative forces came from this mountain. People went to these mountains to create, and that's what the song Helicon is all about.
It must be an incredible thrill. You were saying on stage at the Palladium last night to play the Palladium, the London Palladium, for a whole week. Was
Yes,
this guy
it
from
is.
Newark, New Jersey, standing on the Palladium stage every night for a week and selling it out too?
After standing on a corner in Newark, New Jersey.
That must be an incredible thrill.
It is. It's probably something that will stay with me for as long as I live. I have always looked forward to working the Palladium for a week, and I was told so many times that rock acts or rock stars didn't play the Palladium and do it for a whole week and whatever. And there was one particular man in London who really believed in the Four Seasons for the Palladium. He bought us last time. His name is Colin Berlin. He's with NAMS. And after we played it last year, he said, I want you to come back for a week. We were thrilled. Of course, we said yes.
Okay. Have a great time the rest of the week. Gerry?
Thank you.
Frankie? Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
This is the one that's going to be the single, right? Of the new album, Rhapsody.
The Smash single.
The smash single. You actually sing lead on this one, yes?
Yes, I sing. I sing the hook with the rest of the group, and Don Ciccone sings the verses.
Frankie, thank you for coming in. What a great afternoon. Gerry, thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.